This level proved to be a huge pain in the ass when it came to dodging stuff, man. This level was just a gigantic pain. Especially because of those little guys that are coming out, because they burst out whenever you get near them, but you basically have to run by them to get past most of the stuff, and then you have these little flying bugs, so you had to basically, like, game the game to get them to come out at certain angles, or else it was almost impossible to pass by. So this is probably, yeah, this part took a long time. Again, too, Joe has a gigantic hitbox. It doesn't help that when you do certain maneuvers, your hitbox widely expands or contracts, too. Also, just to make it clear, when I said not using any shuriken, I meant not using them on enemies, obviously. I wanted to get rid of them so I could use my sword slashes and all that shit. Now this part, I almost stay airborne the entire level, which was kind of like the trick I tried to pull off in the first place, and the only time I touched the ground, I think, was up there. I had to be in my little rolling somersault form up on the thing. And the rest of the level, I never touched the ground until the boss was dead. Or the rest of the boss, I never touched it. This part was a huge pain in the ass, because it's like, you know, you can't really speedrun this outside of just landing on the boxes. And, I mean, anything else you do, it's like, you know, the boxes are pretty much like almost placed there to keep your speed up. But outside of that, I don't really know any other tricks you could do. Now this guy was another thing I tried to do something neat on. I tried to essentially keep on kicking his head until he was dead. I mean, I tried not to touch the ground as much as possible, which proves to be impossible later on. But the reason why this is like ridiculously difficult to do, even though it may not look like it is when you hit him, unlike most of the things, when you hit something in Shinobi 3, you usually kind of bounce backwards off of it. But with this boss, for whatever reason, when you hit the front of his head, he sucks you in. So since Joe's hitbox is so huge, and he sucks you in, it literally pretty much, like you have to, I can't even count how many times I had to restart this part, restart each kick or whatever, because you have to hit him at the perfect angle so that you do damage, but you're not sucked into his face. I can't even count how many times I had to do this. And so, it's actually a lot more difficult than it looks to nail that perfectly, and to stay airborne. Yeah, I had to land right there, because I think pretty much no matter what I tried at that point, my character got sucked into his head, because he was too low to the ground. And that's how you get rid of shuriken. Now in this level, the exclamation points are telling you that there's a ramp coming up. And so you usually want to jump those to get power-ups and to, you know, go to the air. But I purposefully avoided them because I didn't want to get the power-ups. And then see, there's the... It probably won't show up on YouTube, but I was doing like a super fast frame kick there, doing the frames over and over. And that proves to be really useful. And if there's anything in this entire run, if you're watching this for whatever reason, and there's anything in this entire run that you are looking for that you could use in your own speed run and stuff like that, that's actually like good and doesn't suck like this, it's going to be what I do to the bosses on this level. Because I kill the bosses pretty fast thanks to that trick, and one of them I kill almost instantaneously thanks to that jumping kick thing. Try to basically like get as close as I could to the mines and the gunshots and all that shit in this. Do all like, you know, racing underneath them and shit like that. I think it'd be interesting if there were robots in the future that had reaction times akin to what a tool-assisted run would be like. You know what I mean? Then you have competitions of programming them to be as, yeah, see right there, that kicking thing right there. Competitions of programming them to be as fast reaction times as possible to get the closest thing to a tool-assisted run. Now, I don't think I did the kicks there, because I think he has invincibility every 2 or 3 frames or something like that, so it was useless to do the kick quicks, and it was just better to do the slashes. Either that, I just wanted to mix it up, and I didn't give a fuck. I don't know which. This is a pretty cool level. This is, but I don't know what the fuck those things are. Those weird dudes that look like Raiden with a ceiling thing on, a ceiling piece of paper or whatever the hell that is. Those bat things were complete assholes on this, because it's like they basically would swing out of nowhere and they'd like cover the bottom, and then the shuriken would go towards you. So there was a lot of times where I had to abandon going fast to get around those. And then these things too, this is where the stuff like the little steam or plasma or fire or whatever jets start coming up in the game, and you have to kind of wait on those some. I know that if you guys were actually speedrunning this, you could just screw with the probability in the game probably by, you know, doing certain actions, and then the steam jets would all line up perfectly, but I don't know how to do that, so. Watch how fast I kill this guy. Get the fuck out right there. See, so that's pretty useful right there, and I, again, didn't even do that all that well, so, you know, you could probably kill that boss if you know what you were doing in an even faster period of time than that. And then, right here, this guy, same thing. Pretty much just huge damage, and, yeah, I mean. And that is it.